right, now let's come back over to the book of 1 Samuel chapter 20. We've already talked about the fact that Saul set himself up as an enemy of David, and Saul was determined to be an enemy of David until the day he died. But that confused young David. In chapter 20, verse 1, it said, "Then David went from Naioth to Ramah and went to Jonathan, Saul's son, and said, 'What have I done? What is my crime? How have I wronged your father that he's trying to take my life?'" One of the things you have to learn about enemies is they're not logical. See, when somebody has just determined to be your enemy, it's going to confuse you because you're trying to figure out, what did I do wrong? What can I do to make it up to them? How can I breach this gap? What can I do? And I'm sorry, sometimes the problem is not you. The problem is your destiny. Now, if you come over with me a little farther in chapter 20, verse 30, Saul's anger flared up at Jonathan and said, "You son of a perverse and rebellious woman, don't you know that I know that you have sided with that son of Jesse to your own shame and to the shame of the mother who bore you? As long as the son of Jesse lives on this earth, neither you nor your kingdom will be established." Now, Saul knew that David was going to take over king, and he didn't want that. Saul set himself up as an enemy of David, not because David had done anything wrong. David did nothing but bless King Saul. Saul set himself up as an enemy of King David because he did not want David to fulfill his destiny. He did not want the will of God for David's life. Now, throughout the rest of this story, it comes out that Saul knew that David was going to be king. In fact, later on, he actually tells him, "Now let's make a covenant. You don't destroy my family." Many times people choose to become your enemies, not because you've done anything wrong, but because they have just determined that you are not going to achieve that. They have just determined that they want that for somebody else. They want that girl for another boy. They want that boy for another girl. They want that job for somebody else. They have decided what they wanted to fulfill that position. And I'm sorry, their name's not Jesus, and they're sure not the Father, and they're not the Holy Spirit. So you really don't have to worry about them too much, because God has a place for you, and God will help you fulfill your destiny. But don't get upset if these people decide to be your enemies. It's nothing personal. They just want that place for somebody else.